The next part of Excel Chapter 7 is we're going to make a 3D cone chart. And the first part, important in making any chart really, is what you highlight. And I'm going to highlight the area that is same as figure 7-57. I'm going to click down here under charts, and I'm going to select more charts and go to all charts, and I'm going to do a 3D column chart. And it creates a 3D column chart. Now, the first thing they want us to do with this chart is they want us to move it to its own tab. And the way to do that is with it selected, go to Move Chart, and we're going to change it to a new sheet that is a 3D cone chart. And that will, in essence, move it to its own tab, and we need to go back and change sheet 1. We'll do that in a little while. So with our chart, the first thing we can do is we need to change the color. And if you click on the color, it matches similar to what's in the book. What I want to do now is I'm going to click on any one of the columns, doesn't matter, and right click and say Format. Let me try this again. I want to say Format. There you go. If you double click or right click, you want to format data. What data series? Let me try this again. Okay. The difference between data point and data series, if you click on one chart or one column, I'm sorry, it'll give you data point. If you select multiple, it changes to data series. So we need to say data series, and the first thing we can do here is we can change our, under this we can change our format, sorry, let's change our type to a full cone. That looks good. That was just by selecting this here. With this, this actually was open, but if not, what we need to do is we need to add the axis titles, and that puts the axis titles down here. We don't actually want this, so I'm going to click on that and click on that. This axis title down here at the bottom is called categories, and I'm looking on figure 7-62. This axis title here is called dollars. Alright, and feel free, you can bold these, make them a little stand out a little bit more. We may do that after we do a couple more manipulations. Okay, so we have that all set up, and then the next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to click on the paint bucket up here, and we're going to fill with a gradient. Now, I'm not going to be too particularly picky about the gradient, but they have theirs as a gray. So I'm going to select gray up here, and notice we have all these different colors in here. These are tan. You actually can drag these down to get rid of them. So I'm going to have a gray and then maybe another gray, and that works pretty well. Now in doing that, I may need to come in and manipulate these axis titles a little bit. My chart title, I need to delete that also. Alright, and our cone chart is looking pretty decent right now. You can do a number of other things to manipulate this, but next thing we're going to do is go to Word Art, and we're going to create a title using this one. That's what they use, and it's purple now, but we'll change that. And this should say 2015 Sales Analysis. Now change the color of this, highlight it. You can go to text fill and make that a darker blue. And that looks like our chart should look. Relatively decent. You can close this to go back, and then that is how you complete your 3D cone chart.